Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. 6.7 magnitude earthquake rocks Japan. There was a tsunami warning that was issued, and there is tons of aftershocks. Give me a second here. Let me just pull up the USGS earthquake map. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you again for your support. So from a 6.7, it was downgraded to a 6.4. 10 kilometers depth. Wow. Okay, so there was a tsunami warning issued. Now I want to show you some of this stuff here. Look at all these aftershock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes on and on and on. 6, 7. So we're gonna get to all this news here, guys. And 6.7 is considered a strong magnitude. 7 plus is like mega quake. But we're going to see what's going on with this one here. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. All right. So Japanese authorities issued a tsunami alert for the northeast of the country on Sunday, once again November 9, 2025, after a magnitude 6.7 earthquake was recorded in the Pacific Ocean close to the country. This is 2025 is going to be remembered as the year of earthquakes. I mean, there was 8 point plus multiple out there in Russia, and also the Drake Passage. There's been almost 1 million earthquake throughout the entire year 2025. Almost 1 million earthquake. That is huge. The planet is shaken. So the context, it says here, Japan sits on the Pacific earthquake belt, often dubbed the Ocean Ring of Fire. Around 90% of all the world's earthquake happen along the 25,000 miles horseshoe. So you guys already know that's the Pacific. All right, so you got, and this side you got China, up there you got Russia, Alaska, the US, and going down to the Americas, Central and South America. Earthquake or undersea volcanic eruption can trigger tsunamis. These waves can be small and only impact a localized area or cause widespread destruction. Now, Japan's complex coastline is vulnerable to tsunamis. Tokyo's foreign ministry has said. Now, the vast majority of tsunamis occur in the Pacific Ocean, although they can happen in any large body of water. Here's a picture, guys. You see where that X is at? X is marked. That's where the 6.7 struck. So tsunami of up to 1 meter, around 3.2 feet, could reach land in Japan's Iwate prefecture, the Japan Meteorological Agency said. Areas to the north and south of the region may see a slight rise in sea levels. The earthquake struck shortly after 5 p.m. local time on Sunday, 3 a.m. Eastern time, so this happened in early hours, at a depth of roughly 10 kilometers or about 6 miles, the weather agency said. Now, the earthquake measured 4 on the country's own seismic scale, Japan NHK broadcaster reported. Known as Shindu, measures how much shaking an earthquake causes on a scale of 0 to 7. An earthquake measured at 4 on the Shindu scale will likely cause light to swing violently and some objects to overturn, while drivers in vehicles will likely feel the impact. Now, some bullet train services were temporarily stopped, and a power outage was detected in an unspecified area. Now, Japan's Koido news agency reported a tsunami wave reaching 10 centimeters was recorded in the coastal city of Ufunato, and a minor wave reached Miyako, a city just north of Ufunato, according to the news agency. I truly apologize if I pronounced those names wrong. Alright, so it says here close to 20,000 people were taken out in March of 2011 in Japan after a powerful earthquake triggered a tsunami, huge tsunami in the country's northeast, sometimes referred to as the Great East Japan earthquake. I think that one was a 9.0 magnitude, if I'm not mistaken. That was a big one. That was a big one. So a 40-meter high tsunami took out the power supply and cooling of 3 nuclear reactors at Japan's Fukushima nuclear power plant in one of the world's worst ever nuclear disasters. Thousands of people were evacuated from the area. Yeah, so I think that was like a 9.0. I remember that year. Scientists said at the time the earthquake was powerful enough to shift the Earth axis. It was the largest magnitude earthquake ever recorded in Japan. Japanese authorities said around 122,000 buildings were entirely destroyed. My goodness, wow. And another 283,000 significantly damaged. Just short of 750,000 buildings sustained some level of damage. Man, the earthquake and tsunami racked up roughly $235 billion in damages, the World Bank estimated shortly after the disaster. Man, that was brutal. All right, guys. So once again, this is the breaking news update. Now there is no tsunami now. It's been cut off. Tsunami alert has been cut off. But give me a second. Let me go to the very beginning and see if there's any more earthquakes. So Japan, again, you see Japan is seeing 5.0. Once again, 4.8, a 4.9, 4.5, 4.5, 5.2. It seems like the 5.2 is the biggest one. No, look at this, a 5.7. 5.7, that was 10 kilometers. 5.7. It seems like the 6.7 downgraded to 6.4. And then the second one, it seems like it's the 5.7. You had some small ones. I mean, you had some other earthquake before the 6.4. 5.9. 5. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Lewis kind of messed up a little bit here. So there was 2 6-point plus? Wow. Okay. All right, so give me a second here. Give me a second. So that region has been shaking a lot. That region has been shaking a lot. And then the big, I want to say the big one, but the great magnitude here, 6.8. And then you had a 6.4. So you had twin earthquakes. Wow. All right, so, and they still shaking. Japan is still shaking. We're going to keep an eye on this one here, guys. We're going to keep an eye. Give me a second. Let me just zoom it in really close. Give me a second here. There we go. Zoom in one more time. One more time. All right, so wow. Whoops. There we go. Man, that's a lot. That is a lot. All right, guys. I would keep it updated when it comes to earthquakes in various places. But that's Japan right there. That is Japan. And the biggest one is at 6.8 right there in the bottom. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Till next time later. Peace.